My name is Paul Schmaltz. I am not only the director, excuse me. This is live. We do have problems like that, and I am the only one working on this. First of all, let me explain the Schmaltz house to you. We do have 5 rooms upstairs. There's 6 rooms on the main floor, and then there's this room called Mabel's room. Now that's very interesting, and that's something we're going to look into. Nobody has ever been called Mabel throughout the house. So we don't know exactly who Mabel is. And we don't know why she has her own room when some of us had to double up when we were youngsters. It's something I want to look into, and maybe we can find some questions out. Let me give you a little history on the Schmaltz house. In 1973, it was documented that Chris Edward Schmaltz, the younger brother of Paul, was lost and never found in the Schmaltz house. However, all documents have been destroyed, so we don't know exactly what's going on. So we're going to look into that. We have a feeling that his bones or his toys or maybe something might be left somewhere to figure out if this person did exist, and if they did, what happened to him. Also in the summer in 1978, more than a couple times, a serpent-like creature was spotted throughout the house. This too has never been proven, but that's something we might want to look into and maybe, get it taken care of, maybe find out what is going on. This creature could be dangerous, so there is some danger involved. Again, in 1975, a neighbor across the street was last seen in the Schmaltz basement, and yet has never been found, or nothing has come up. So that's something I'm also looking into. Not only are we looking for these 2 missing persons, but we're also looking for the serpent-like creature, and even going to look for Jimmy Hoffa. You never know. And also, there are some value in a different aspect. There could be some valuable possessions in the Schmaltz house. It's been known that Bill Bond's first toupee is in the house, and there are some collectibles that we might want to look into, and maybe look into and maybe sell. And if you are interested in any item in the house, you can call 1-900-SCHMALTZ. And that will cost you $3.95 for the first minute, and after that it's $6 per minute. But it shouldn't take that long. I also want to capture Don and Gwen Schmaltz on the interview. It could be difficult. I'm going to try and hide the camera on them so they don't know they're on camera. We'll see how that turns out. They do not know that this is going on, needless to say. I'm a relative. I'm Paul Schmaltz. I'm the youngest in the family, besides Chris, and that's how I'm being able to get in here and do this. It's a tough quest that I'm going to conquer, and you will soon see the complexity of this mission. But I think I can do it, and I think I can bring home an entertaining, a value, a history, and other things. Nobody has ever caught this house on film before. No man has ever caught this on film before. No man. At this point, I'd like to end this, and we'll bring it on to the documentary. I'm excited. Needless to say, I am excited. I am ambitious. I'm scared. And I'm ornery.
Everybody's got nice stuff for me. Everybody's got nice
I've lived here, I'd say throughout my life, besides college, and that was 5 years. I also shared this room a couple times. As far as I can remember, it was just Jim, but I did share it, and that was early in my life, and it is pretty well kept. It is a little bit cluttery, and I admit that. I'm not going to say I'm not a clutter, and I never said I did, or was, or anything like that. Excuse me for a minute, let me turn this up. Throughout the house, I will be showing you various things that are in the house, and why they're still here, hey, nobody really knows. Some things, then again, are very valuable. And if I can't see if I can. See, this is my room, so everything is pretty much valuable. This here is something is valuable. It's something that it's Ultraman. I mean, it's Ultra Iron Man. You know who it is. There's no need for me to explain who this is, but this is something valuable, and not many houses have one of these, but it's something that you do need. No question about that. Drumsticks. You need them. You want them. They're fun to play with. It's something you need. You got that. And to go with these drumsticks is a voice thing. I'm not quite sure how this works, so bear with me. Thank you. Well, I guess it's a little karaoke machine. If you don't mind, I might sing a song for you. If you don't mind, I might. I can't quite think of one offhand, but this is the kind of stuff you can do in the Schmaltz house. You've got this stuff here to do. And, you walk in your Tom, Joe, Jim, and John's house, they're not going to have this karaoke machine here. Thank you. So many nights I sit by my window listening to someone's echo of shame. Thank you. When I'm alone, I sit by my window listening to someone I heard before, although it's someone, thank you, who I want beside me. That's enough for singing, but this is just something I want you to see. It's got a drum. Excuse me. It's got a drum and a cat, or you could turn it to be that sort of thing. We're gonna end this session right now, and next up is Mabel's room, and that's something that you are gonna not believe, and that is something I'm gonna look into and find out who Mabel is and why she has her own room. Thank you. Okay, we are at the front door of Mabel's room. I will be bringing this in there. I'm going to be mostly behind the camera today and throughout the video. Just shooting and speaking. Now this is Mabel's room. The person who we really don't know if she exists or not, or he. Thank you. And this is what we have in here. Looks like a Christmas tree. I believe that's an old one. And some boxes down here and stuff. And I will be taking you off the tripod and really entering this domain. One moment, please. What is that down there? Oh my god, did you see that move? I saw something move. Well, we'll come back. I don't think it was big enough to actually be the creature that we are looking for, but it did move. And there's a nice Christmas thing. And I believe we have a helmet up here. It's something I might want to use when we go into the basement. And there's my old book bag from 1972. It's ripped and torn to shreds. Might have been thrown out years ago. Oh, I still have some old papers in here. I wonder, by golly, yes it is. If you can get it focused there, it does say Paul Schmaltz. That's an old, well, it's all covered to a book. Guess that shows how I took care of my stuff. And, there's a nice lamp up there. And there's the Mark Fidrich poster, all crumpled up where it should be. The Batman thing. That was the old Batman, the real stuff. In fact, that was my alarm clock. Oh, does that shoot back some memories? Golly. Okay, at this point of the documentary, we will be leaving Mabel's room. Sorry if things are out of focus again. I am working without full equipment and gear, and I am by myself. Oh, you might want to get a picture of that lamp. So we will be moving outward into bigger and better things, but this was Mabel's room, and always will be, whoever the hell that is. I would like you to remember we are doing this behind the backs of my parents, so if they do come up, we will have to run away real quick. Just to keep your mind, we are in the first bedroom, or I guess the second. Mine was the first. This one's door does leave the Mabel's room. We have knickknacks and Christmas gear up here. It is chummy and quite a bit festive. You might see old Raggedy Ann back there. She's just resting, and there's some ugly dolls and more knickknacks. I'm not real big on dolls myself. And we have heard quite a few stories about this back room, and more than one of my brothers and sisters have encountered weird feelings in this room. We got some stolen cups there from the Best Western. Again, we don't know if they were planted in here or what. And we got, oh, what is this here? It is, of course, it's a tray. Again, with the Christmas festive colors on it. And we got a closet full of stuff again. I'm gonna have to get a light because I'm sure it's quite dark, and there's a ladder that you need times and times again. And there's a bathroom. I see. And well, there's a bed, and of course a vacuum. Yes, we do have a flashlight. We'll take a look-see in the closet up here. We got some records, and ooh, look at those records there. And up top here, I bet there's some good Tommy Dorsey records in there, and then we got clothes and such, and some games back there and that sort of thing. We got a jar. Every household needs a jar. And by golly, what is that? Why don't we take a look in there? Let me again remind you that this is all ad-lib, and that I have no idea what's in here, if anything at all. If anything at all. So there might be some very boring parts of this tape, but then again, there might be. Let me get on here. And, oh, someone's coming. What is it? Who is it? Oh my God! Oh no, it's Spud. Hi, Spud. There you go. Come here. Come here, there, doggy. Spud is one of the predators of the Schmaltz house, and come here and say hi, huh? Hi there, dog. He's a little shy here. Come here. Let's pretend I got food. Come here. There you go. There you go. Hey, it's my hand, Clem. Alright, that's Spud. He's been with us for a few years, and there's a nice box there. When you see that, birdie, get that light. Well, we'll get back to that. Anyway, where were we? I wish I had some music. I wish I had some music. Oh! How scary. Good God, man. We're done for the day.
Hi there, nice to be with you. Happy you could stick around. Like to introduce Link Larry Smith, drums.
Hello, we are in Anita Schmaltz's room. It does lead to my room. You can see it in the background there. And you might even hear a little bit of music back there. By the way, if I may talk to you. By the way, if you are interested in the soundtrack to this documentary, again, the number is 1-900-SCHMALTZ, and we are selling them very, very less expensive than what you might think. Thank you. Now back to the movie. And that is my room back there, and the windows are all mirrored, or the closet doors are all mirrored. There's a basketball player. Don't quite know who it is, but he doesn't want you to do drugs. And then we got a sweater and some Xerox box, and then we got some skis here that were used recently, I think in the last couple of years. And there's a tripod, and not to this camera. I don't know what camera it does go to. There's an old toy of mine there that I'm kicking. There's a box of junk. Got some more records there. Those records are more updated. And there's a Go-Go's tape. And there's a stuffed face along with a creature of some sort. There are quite a few of those here. And there's an E.T. doll and a mask. And there's some more records. If we can't spot what they're Rolling Stones and an Animals record. And there's a saw that's quite out of place here. There's a little bit of my sister's art, just to get to know what she's really all about. Not to mention a record player. And here are my skis. I keep these in here because my room is cluttered. A couple Apple computers. I hope nobody's watching this to rob the Schmaltzes of their goods. And then we got a guitar, and let's walk over here if we can't. Encyclopedia of some sorts. And there's, we got, of course, the elephant that squirts water out of its nose. He's awful nice. And then we got a Clockwork Orange t-shirt as well as a crazy hat. And there's another crazy hat. And, of course, we got the shark in the gooky water. I'm not sure of the correct name for that, but that is a shark, and it is in gooky water. And there's a toy that my brother Tom gave me, I'd say back in the 60s. It's a guy lifting weights. He's having a tough time at that. And we got a pencil sharpener. And wow, golly, what is this? Here we got a skull of a... It might be out of focus, and please deal with me, but it is a skull of some sort of creature. That's something nice to have. And then we got bookends and that sort of thing. And then we got a mask that my sister likes to wear at night. And something, I guess another mask, and then we got Elvis. He's in here too. I don't think that's really him. And if we can't, we can look up here. We got a Pee Wee Herman doll as well as a Pee Wee Herman Friends. And if we can look in here, we got, well, you can see me there. It's pretty tacky. Let me see if I can't open this without breaking. You can see a doll falling, and yes, it did fall. And we got junk in here. Well, it's interesting maybe to the eye. Maybe to the eye. By golly, what do we have here but a... Let's see if I can't pull this out of here without hurting someone. My sister went through a weird... Well, good golly, it did fall. She went through a weird stage, as you can see. I think she only made the dolls. I don't think she played with them. And here we got another one of those dolls that you bought because you thought that fellow was funny. And what do we got in this box? Stuff. Alright, well, I just thought this is the second room. Let me just pan around in case I missed anything that you might be interested in. Again, the number is 1-900-SCHMALTZ. And you may give us a ring. We got a stack of, what is this here? A stack of let me read it to you. It's U.S. Senior Open Championship 1981. A whole stack of those babies. You can just stop by and pick one up if you'd like. And of course, we got one of these things. You need this. This is a thingamajigger that any household would be stupid to be without. We are in the living room. This is the room where I believe everyone in my family has spent the most time, not only watching TV and enjoying just the camaraderie without our family and friends, but also sleeping. Many a brother and sister have napped on that very couch right there, amongst others that haven't made it through this period of time. Joanne and Tom can account for the majority of that napping, but heck, I'm no slouch. I'll give it a good one. And other brothers and sisters tend to do the same thing. In fact, if we can't, by golly, there is the family, and most of us are on there. Mabel is not on there, and nor Chris, nor Nora, in fact. But that does hang in this room that we call family room. And there's well, by golly, there's a bunch of junk right down there, and with an ugly doll to boot. And then again, this is just some of Mother's collectibles. You might enjoy looking at these for the eye. There's some of that Nicholas tapes. Nicholas is a nephew of ours, our family's. Don't quite know exactly. Oh, and there's a average drawer in the family. If you can't take a look down there and just mess it up a little bit, that's what we do here. It's part of the family tradition. And this down here was not set up. This was just left here for the night. Mother is sorting through papers and such. And this is just, there's a 2-year-old J.C. Penney's catalog. Not quite sure what that's still doing around here, but you never know. We might need it. And if we shan't take a look in here, shan't we? And this is an old record player with some nicely stacked record albums. And that's just sort of stuff. If you don't mind, pick up this and take a gander at it. It's a thingamajigger. I don't know if that'll be in focus, but that's something that you just find here. It's amazing what you can find here in the Schmaltz house. It wasn't done over day, but we worked at it, you know. And there's a president's. You can see the president's back there, and then by God, my God, it's another one of these things. Get a load of that. It's the second one I found already. What the hell is that thing? What the hell is that thing? Jesus, that thing doesn't look good. Whatever it is. It's a sick looking thing, and it's heavy, boy. If you could only feel the weight of that baby. God, it almost looks like I don't know what that thing is. What the hell is that thing? Jeez, what the hell is that thing? For Christ's sake. And why do we have two of them? Never understood. This is what we call the mailbox in our family. You can see closely, there's all of our names on it, but yet we've never used it, and it's always looked exactly the same. It's just stuff. Just stuff, you know? It's hard to explain, but I tell you, I can't even tell you how many things have been lost in that thing. And they're probably all still there, but by golly, you couldn't find it for the life of you. And there's some stuff there. If I do use the word stuff a lot, forgive me.
This ball rolled into the wild man's cage. And the boy said, "Could I have my golden ball back, please?"
We are in the Schmaltz's kitchen. It didn't always look this way. It was rebuilt back, I'd say about, let's say 5 years. I'm being generous with that. It might have only been 4. And it's pretty much a basic kitchen. I'm going to take a look in the refrigerator just to get a glimpse of what the everyday fridge looks like. There's the condiment and that sort of stuff. That's 12 days old, no joke. And there's some bewildered fruit and grapes and that sort of stuff. The stench arising from this is more than I can really take for much longer. Look at that! Jeez, for Christ's sake! Let's move on to the freezer. Built. This is something that's everyday. It's well sorted, if you really think about it. I mean, you can't find it, but it's in there. Everything is in there. That's a point I do want to make clear. We have it. No matter what it is, we have one. We might have two. You can't find them, but we have it. That's something you got to keep in mind. This is where we find our utensils, all nicely stacked, as you can well imagine. Chris! No, that's Beethoven. Just joking around with you. Now, that's a very nice portrait of a man who played the piano, and there's two people kissing. A little pornographic. And here's an organ that's been in the family for decades. It also is in the film Men Without Hats, if you've seen that. And there's some... We are a earth-friendly house, and there's proof of it. And there's an old stereo that has ceased to be working for decades. And there's some boxes and such and stuff, you know. And to the cupboards we go. Everything you need in there, boy, I'll tell you that much. Just look at the goodies in there. You gotta look at them because you can't really touch them. Because if you touch them, everything else will fall. It's just the way the Schmaltzes like to run business. No reason to grab anything. And we got some various goodies and such. It's a nice place to keep the peanut butter. A lot of people don't know you must keep peanut butter in ashtrays to get the full effect of the zesty crunch. And down there we have neatly stacked utensils again. And let's move on to the closet I like to call the home of clutter. It's where clutter becomes one. And here we go. And just to let you know, that was not planned. But that's this medicine, and then of course stuff. And that's exactly what fell right there and made the crashing noise. And it doesn't look like anything's in there, but it's you know, you really couldn't tell if there was something you needed in there, could you? I don't think so. And it's an interesting closet that we I don't know, it's just that we... Do you hear something? Oh my god. Oh my god, there's something back there. He's trapped, he says! Good God! There's somebody back there! Holy smoly! Do you see him back there? I think we've lost him. Good God. This is awful emotional. I'm gonna have to break. I'm sorry.
I live on a street where there are many, many cars and trucks and factories that pump and bang and grind all night and day. It is a miracle that I can write poetry or sleep or talk on the telephone or that my lover will visit here. There is so much noise. Every few minutes a jet comes in low or a prop job swings down like a kamikaze. There is an airport at the end of my street. The New Age people say that you choose all these things. Choose the cars and trucks and airplanes, me and all of my neighbors. Well, maybe this is true. Maybe we can't live without all this goddamn noise. Maybe I need the noise to write poems, make love, and eat. I'm going to hang a sign out my window that says, "More noise, please," or "Thank you for making noise." Maybe we are the kind of people who need to have what we don't want just to get along, to do the basic things. Myself, I could not sleep last night, and I could not close the window either. I tried to tear the window out of its frame and put it in a closed position, banging and ripping with the hammer and a screwdriver, standing on the window ledge in my socks 3 stories up. But the window wouldn't come out, and the factory was screaming, and the trucks were rumbling, and the whole world was praying for silence, and it was up to me to shut the window, and I couldn't get it down. I was just making more noise. A jet went by and noise. A jet went by and all the people waved. "Thanks," I yelled, as the shifts changed without a lull in production at the big plant across the street. The workers lined up at the bus stop watching me with my hammer in the window. Things for more than a few minutes. Finally, I put my head between 2 pillows. It is the same every night. I love it. I need it. Without you, I could not live. I would not have written this poem, I yelled, the window dangling half on, half off.
And this next episode would be considered to be called The Stuff I've Found. Not just stuff, the things and the important things that I found while prancing around the Schmaltz house. Now is the moment of truth. I will be going to the basement. As the Ramones once said, I don't want to go down into the basement. But I must. It is a key room to the Schmaltz house. It is one of the world's mysteries, to say the least. Prepare yourself for, if you haven't been down there before, to witness something that is beyond comprehension. And enjoy. Here we are. Here we go. This is the door, and there is a bell there that never ever rang. It's one of those doorbells. Okay, and we're gonna be going down there again. Bear with me. The camera's a little shaky at first. You must bear with me, please. And watch my step. Watch my step, and now down to the domain. As you can tell, there are some traps on the stairs that we must avoid. Forgive me if I go slow, but this is no thrill for me. Don't worry about that noise behind you. Don't worry. It's something that I've now reached the bottom step. As I pan across the room, I don't see anything dangerous right off the bat. Do you conceive it? Believe it? Realize it? Become it? Be one of it? Everybody in the world has owned one thing in this basement. This is the garbage of the world. Not just the Schmaltz house, but the world we don't even know. Uh-oh. Oh my God. Okay, we're back on. Nobody knows. Oh my God. Oh my God. Little light problem, but just feast your eyes on those goods. Give us a ring. 1-900 Schmaltz. Everything is for sale. Everything. Even that nice vase up there. And Lord knows what that board's for. But I'm sure once in its life it was good for something. And I'm sorry I can't go through everything here. See that, see that. There's a nice little, I'd say that at Christmas. Christmas is a very festive time. As you can see right there, there's some bulbs from Christmas. It's a very festive time, therefore we do have quite a few goods. I'm getting a little bit tangled up here. I have to admit I'm very, very disappointed with today's shooting. I thought it'd go much better than it did, but it just didn't go well at all. I couldn't get to the back room. I had a tough time. I wanted to get an extension cord. It's impossible to find a... Well, there's an old bowling bag down there. It's impossible to find a extension cord in this rubble and stuff. But, and you know, it's more... Holy smokes, what is that? Is it alive? Holy cow. We're gonna check this out real quick here. You know, if you guys understood what kind of equipment I'm dealing with here, you'd understand the problems. I mean, I got a light in one hand and the camera in the other, and I'm working with an extension cord that just isn't long enough. Okay? So I'm gonna have some problems. Thank you. I apologize for that outburst. The tension's just getting to me, and we're not even gonna see if that thing's alive. The tension's just getting to me, and I had a rough day today. And again, we'll just thumb around here, and you can look for yourselves at all the goodies in this vast quantity of things. And it is a lovely day, and the sun is out and bright. And cheery, cheery, joy, joy. Everything is festive and free and interesting. Let's just pick up this box, see what we have under here. If you don't mind. There's a Greek Gods and Heroes. Oh. Got a long book. And, ooh, a peace sign. That probably came straight from that war that everybody got so mad about. And here's a mistletoe. What do we have here? It is a beautiful woman. Period. In a bag here, it says $10 bag, table. $10 table bag. And, well, what do we have in here? Holy smokes. Never taken out of the box, and look at this. It's an ashtray of some sort of creature. Serpent-like creature, maybe, in the Schmaltz house? Why? Jesus. I don't know if my heart... Oh, look, there's a fork back there. Oh, no, that's a ball. I think we've done all... There are awfully a lot of furry things in this basement. I'm afraid to touch half of them. But there are some interesting knick-knack toys and some... Wow, there's some old records. I mean, I'm talking old. I'm talking ancient. Some pictures and that sort of stuff. We're going to leave the basement now. Not that we've seen all that there is to see, but I've just... there's only this little space to work from. And as you can well imagine, it's a little bit frustrating, especially with this goddamn camera at my side. If you can see, can you catch Santa Claus back there? You see him back there? Yeah, that guy turns up in the craziest places, by golly. It's amazing. Of course, that is just a plastic one. Here I am again. I want to discuss the the new series of clips you just saw, and there'll be some more to come. They're gonna be basically stuff. Excuse me, Spud. Excuse me. Stuff I found. Excuse me. Stuff I found in the Schmaltz house. You know, just knickknacks and that sort of thing. I might use that word a lot, but it's hard to describe the actual items. And as you well, I mean, who would have thought there'd be a mug of milk just lying there? It's amazing what you can find there. And basically, as you can see, I am sitting on the Schmaltz's deck, and this is the house behind me. And I'll catch some outside film of that, just for your entertainment, and so you know exactly if you get the full view of it, maybe it'll capture the quantity of things that we actually still have here, kept for many years, many years. It frightens me. Will it ever stop? Is that what I'm trying to get at? Will it ever stop? Should it stop? Has it stopped? Our house is a very, very, very fine house with 2 cats in the yard. Life used to be so hard. Now everything is easy 'cause of you. And our house in the middle of our street with little Spuddy Poo. He's walking on the deck with me. I think a neighbor's listening. I better shut up. I'm looking pretty queer out here. And there's a doghouse that Mother brought. That's interesting. Maybe we should get that on film here. Again, I'm working without the battery because the battery is lost. If that doesn't surprise you. There's a heated doghouse that cost millions and millions of dollars. And a shrunken chair. But Spud has never, ever even attempted to cross that doorway. So, kind of a waste of money. Mom believes it does keep burglars out. And that's nice. And there's a window. That's to the kitchen, and that's a thing. And there's some chairs and some more stuff. And there's a turtle and a frog and a little thing. And we can't see if we can't take a check in here. And there's some things and such. And you're done in there. And there's some dead plants with a car hoover over it. And there's my car. Puddle. Mom likes to call it a fountain, but it is pretty much a puddle. And Spud likes to eat the flowers, which is nice. And our neighbors are moving. I don't know if that's a coincidence or what, but they are moving. Quite a few of them, actually. And there's the dreaded garage. I'm not going to speak during this part. This is just something for your eyes only. No music. Just lawnmowers. Here's the Tin Man. Oh, I said I wasn't going to speak.